every now and then something happens in the world and there is universal outrage, and it is deserved, and it is sudden, and it is swift. And Jonathan Pentland of Fort Jackson, South Carolina, is just the individual that is experiencing this kind of rage for his actions. 22-year-old DeAndre, no last name given, was walking in his neighborhood. That's an important part to this story. DeAndre has a medical condition, as reported on Heavy.com, and he's known by people, and he's also known by the police department and in the service community, and he's receiving community outreach services. 42-year-old Jonathan Pentland, he's an E7. He was just promoted in the Army. That's Sergeant First Class. He's a newly minted drill instructor also. And he had a problem with DeAndre walking in the neighborhood. Gonna roll this clip. It's not quite warning sensitive material, but some people may find this really gross.
Go away right now.
Call the police.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting.
Taking fights with who?
You know what? Maybe you should hang out a little longer. We'll see how it goes. Then we won't have to get the report by ourselves.
What is it you're doing here?
Walking.
Then walk.
out.
Okay, and that's what I was doing. She came out of the house and ran
Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go. Walk away.
Keep walking.
Walk away.
I already walked away.
Walk away right now. You need help?
You got this on camera.
I'm happy to help you.
You already hit me.
I didn't hit you.
You just pushed me, sir.
There's a difference between
Pretty sure
pushing
you were
you.
the aggressor, buddy.
You're aggressing on their
When
neighborhood.
someone came running at
Walk
the
back.
house.
You better walk away. You walk away. You talking to my wife right now.
That's your wife?
Walk away.
I didn't do
Walk
anything
away.
to your wife to speak.
Check it out. You either walk away or I'm going to carry your ass out of here.
Dude, if you touch
What do you
me,
want to do?
You better not touch me.
Or
I'm not
what?
arguing
What are you
with
going to do?
You up on me.
Let's go.
And
Walk
I'm not-
away.
I didn't do anything to you.
I'm about to do something to you. You better
I
start
didn't do
walking.
anything to her. I didn't do anything to her.
You better start walking
So
right
when
now.
you come after me like that,
I ain't coming
you're
after
the one in the
you.
wrong.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
I
Get
live
out.
here, sir.
Get out.
I live here, sir.
Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
You can't walk me home.
Well, you bet. You want to bet what I can do?
I live here, sir.
Okay,
Right
what's
now,
your
you're
address?
harassing the
I'm
neighborhood.
not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood I live in, sir.
Where? But check it out. We are a tight-knit community.
Okay.
We
How
take
long
care
have
of
you
each
been
other.
here? How long have
A
you
hell of a
been
lot
living
longer than your ass, because
How
I
long
have
have you
never
been
seen
living
you
here?
before in my
How long
life.
have you been living here?
That's
Why
none
does
of your
that even
business.
matter to you?
How long have you been
It
living
doesn't
here?
matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face.
You've been
Get out of my
here.
face.
You walked up to me.
Check it out, motherfucker. I ain't playing with you. You either get your ass moving or I'm gonna move you.
You smell drunk.
You wanna bet?
You are drunk.
I'm about to show you what I can do.
I would suggest that
You better walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm walking. You keep following me, sir.
There's only one way out of here, and it's right over there.
There's multiple ways out of here, sir.
You wanna bet? Walk away.
Jennifer, there's 40 seconds of that clip on the cutting room
Yeah.
floor. In the interest of sensitivity to the content owner, copyright rules, and brevity,
Yeah.
DeAndre flips the script on Jonathan and asks him, well, how long have you lived here? And Jonathan's response to that was, why does that matter? But Jonathan seemed pretty obsessed on why a physically or mentally ill, getting aid, who lives in the neighborhood, black individual, was walking through his neighborhood. And Jennifer, I know you have a little more information about, as Jonathan was saying, we watch out for each other and the neighbors. Why don't you go tell us about how long he's lived in the hood?
So, Mr., you're in the wrong fucking neighborhood, which basically meant you're in a white neighborhood, has only lived in the neighborhood since May of 2020. So not even an entire year. And certainly probably not long enough with that attitude and the attitude of his charming wife to build a sense of community, at least not a tight-knit one.
Well, what was going on is obviously his wife wasn't filming. There were other multiple individuals in the neighborhood that were filming. One of the things I want to call out right away, this is the absolute best thing you can do if you're seeing a racist situation going on. And this was a ideal example of how to get justice from a camera. They kept it a safe distance. They didn't engage. They made it clear that they were going to protect DeAndre if he needed it. And they worked to keep him calm, but without escalating, without getting anyone's faces. And they stayed on the sidewalk. All the check boxes there. The police showed up. Pentland was cited for the destruction of DeAndre's phone. That's the part that didn't get on the video clip. He apparently assaulted DeAndre much harder, and in that broke his phone. The sheriff's office said they couldn't charge when they were called out on Monday for assaults. They could only charge for the destruction of the phone, despite multiple neighborhood witnesses going, but he was assaulted.
Yeah.
That video clip we showed went viral late last night. And now we have a video clip from the sheriff on an announcement that was made on an update on this story.
I want to initially announce that at 8:30 this morning, Jonathan Pentland was arrested for assault and battery 3rd degree, in reference to the video that we've all seen. It's a very disturbing video. It's one that we're not going to tolerate or condone in Richland County. And the message I want to give is that when something like that happens, the Sheriff's Department is going to act very swiftly, and we're going to hold those responsible for those accountable. We're not going to let people be bullies in our community, and if you are, then you're going to answer for it. And that's what we've done in this case. This case first came to our attention on Monday when our deputies responded and took initial reports. They did a good job at that point because they didn't rush to make judgments. They took the information and it was passed on investigators. Our investigators got it yesterday, but one of the most valuable pieces of evidence we had was the video. I want to thank whoever's responsible for that video. Thank you for doing that. That shows what our community can do when we work together. Taking videos, reporting stuff to us. Our initial call came from a citizen that lived in that community who saw the confrontation and called the Sheriff's Department and reported it to us. That's what we ask our citizens to do. When there's something going on in the community, call, let us respond so we can get involved and we can take care of it. And that's what happened in this case. That's what we all need to do. We have to work together to make sure that we prevent incidents that occurred on Monday from ever happening again. We can do that by working together.
Jennifer, I really want to believe that the right thing happened here because the right thing needed to happen. But I really believe, even if the video at all existed, if this wasn't the era of George Floyd and Dante Wright, right? I mean, that's the latest name on the list.
Yep.
Nothing would have happened here.
No, it would have been swept under the rug, or the incident or consequences would have been reversed, and the victim would have paid the price for being assaulted by this white man in this what is
so at 3 o'clock. Sorry, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You're good.
At 3 o'clock our time, he was still in jail. So I know we get sometimes pedantry in the comments over here, right? So 3 o'clock our time, he was still in jail, 6 o'clock their time. He may be released. Bail was set at $500. So with bail was set, I can't imagine. I mean, that's a very low bar to get out. He's also under investigation by the U.S. Army. The Army went through the steps of stripping all of his social media pictures from the unit's Facebook page. So the Army has essentially erased him off of social media. Fort Jackson Commanding General Milford Beagle Jr. It's like a name out of a Stanley Kubrick movie, but that is his name. Milford Beagle Jr. tweeted, "This is by no means condoned by any service member. We will get to the bottom of this ASAP. Jennifer, General Beagle is also black."
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you know,
That's,
I don't think Pentland has anything to worry about. Because
No,
he'll just
not
end
at
up
all.
as a police officer somewhere, or in private security, or training cops somewhere. And
Yeah.
I think that's going to be his next destination.
And who knows, maybe in 5 years we'll be watching his trial.
Unfortunately, that's just what I think. Community
Yeah.
stood up. Good on you, South Carolina. You certainly are not thought of as this is a state. There are pictures, if you go up on social, where there was a huge protest outside of Jonathan Pentland's and his wife's house today. And those were people from the neighborhood out there that were sending a very clear message to them that no, they don't represent their neighborhood. So good on you, South Carolina. And again, I think this is a really good example of how you can support somebody who is in a racist situation and they're not in full-on physical danger, but to document. If that video didn't exist, he wouldn't be getting the justice that he deserves. And he still may not get it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yep. Another watch and see thing.